I want to pop in with a quick, timely update that my 12-week curriculum called Smart Body, Smart Mind, some people know this as SBSM, we will be running it again in September 2023. To be exact, we will open up registration on September 12th for 1 week, and we will begin around the 24th of September, a fresh new round. This will be the 14th time we have run this powerful online curriculum. That's all I'm going to say about it now. I just want to make sure you know, just in case you're wondering how you can do this work with me, how you can put the education and the theory into practice. Of course, Smart Body, Smart Mind is also education, but a lot of practice, and people have been doing this curriculum for many years now. We've had people from all over the country go through this curriculum and have much success. Check it out, get on the wait list, and mark your calendars for September 12th, which is when we open up registration. Hey you guys, Irene Lyon here. Welcome to this video, to this YouTube channel, and to this world of healing trauma, nervous system health, and all things neuroplasticity. I want to riff on a topic today, and that has to do with what it looks like when we are healing trauma. What is trauma release? Is there such a thing? And there's this sort of thing going on right now because trauma, stored traumatic stress, the nervous system, all these things that are becoming so well known to us, thankfully, it's a hot topic right now. And so there's sort of all these ideas of what does it look like? It should look like this. It has to be like that, da 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 da. And one of the things that I think we've gotten confused about perhaps is that for trauma to heal, or for stored traumatic stress to heal, or for regulation of the nervous system to come back online, or maybe come back online, or come online, I should say, for the first time ever, that it looks like a lot of shaking, a lot of tremoring, and that is just not the truth. Now, there's this classic video from National Geographic. I'll pop a little bit of that up there right now, where there is a polar bear that is shaking. And if you really look at it and slow it down, you see that this bear is doing what's called completing procedural memory. He's running. And that's because it was tranquilized by these researchers, and there was a helicopter following him, and he basically got tranquilized mid-run. He couldn't flee, he couldn't get away. It was for research, and of course they treated him well. And when he came out of the tranquilizer medicine, the tranquilizing serum, if you will, he was shaking. But if you really look, it was a specific shaking. Now, that is technically called a shock trauma. And I go over the different types of trauma in my healing trauma video series, so be sure to check that out. I will post it below. So that is, yes, a shaking response. And for some of us who maybe have had events where we couldn't flee, maybe we were strapped down during surgeries, maybe we were physically attacked and we couldn't flee, all these things that would make it such that our bodies want to run, want to maybe fight, scream, shout, set up a boundary, and we couldn't. Then when we are healing, those behavioral actions, those motor patterns that are embedded in our unconscious will come out through movement. They will come out through maybe a shaking response. However, not all trauma release looks like that. For a lot of us that have had early developmental attachment wounds, let's just say disorganized attachment, not a safe environment in our home, where maybe there wasn't abuse, maybe there wasn't this deep desire to flee the house, but it just wasn't safe. We couldn't be ourselves. We maybe had mom and dad who didn't like each other. Maybe they didn't know how to communicate their emotions because they themselves didn't have that growing up. It's this vicious cycle. And so we might go into this work expecting, if I'm healing, I'm going to get these big, earthquakes of shakes coming out. But that's just not always the case. What it might look like when we are working with, let's say, these early developmental traumatic pieces where we were kind of in this unsafe soup for our entire childhood, infancy, and maybe in utero, it could look very different. It could be a deep sense of emotion that we feel, usually things like sadness, despair, Disgust is a big one. I've done a video on that. I will also post that one below. If we were not allowed to express our healthy aggression, there might be this desire to be aggressive, but from my experience, often with that, we see folks who are more shut down and collapsed. And part of that healing is helping a person bring back their life force energy through growing capacity of the nervous system, being with sensations, and really knowing that we deserve to be here, to be alive, and to have healthy life force energy. So I wanted to just pop in and talk about this really in a more casual way, because we do not need to have big shaking responses to release trauma and to regulate the nervous system. It might happen, but if it doesn't happen, that doesn't mean you're not doing the right thing. The other thing about the shaking response is we don't want to poke it out of us. We don't want to try to tease the body into creating a shaking response, because that is not organic. It's not natural. My husband Seth actually wrote a very good article on that that I will also post below, that gets into why we don't want to just do specific set exercises to try to get the trauma response out. Because mainly, we want it to come out naturally, because when it comes out naturally, it then integrates naturally. If we try to poke it and force it, it can, and I've known many people where this has happened, it might fight back, it might bounce back, and we might actually drive that traumatic experience deeper into the body, or we don't drive it deeper, it comes up and out way too fast, way too soon, it's undifferentiated, and it fractures not just our nervous system, but sometimes our psyche. This is where psychosis can come in. So it's super important to take this healing individually, to get the good information on board, which is what we do here and I teach in my programs, to know that this is a lifestyle. It occurs slowly over time, and it isn't just done in a year or in one session or in 1 month. I've talked also about this in another video. I will post it below. Lots of videos for you today, where I talk about my own healing journey and my students and what they experience. And that when we can really flip the mindset that we're not trying to get a release out of our system, we're trying to grow capacity. We're trying to grow this ability to be in our body, because when we've had bad stuff happen to us, we get thrown out of our body, we disconnect from our body, we even disconnect from our mind, from our environment. So the steps to actually resolve and regulate the system require more of a body-based somatic approach to being with our sensations, learning how to be with them, learning how to stay present when we feel uncomfortable things, when we have the mind that starts to flitter off into a direction that is not good for us, to stay connected to the here and our now, our body, the environment, our breath, etc. So to go back to the original sort of thesis, if you will, of this video, it was to really just dispel that myth that for us to heal and regulate our nervous systems, we might not see these big shaking responses. We may not even need it. But if that is something that is in our system, and we know that there was a shock or a trauma where we needed to flee and fight and we couldn't, we don't want to provoke or evoke those things. We want them to come up and out naturally. And to do that, we need to work at building foundations. It's like building a house. Foundations first, structure first, architecture first, understanding the engineering of our nervous system so that when the system is ready, it will let that come out. And trust me when I say things will come out in the way that they're supposed to. Granted, we give space for these old things to come out. It could come out in the form of shivers, it could be tears, it could be heat, it could be the immune system that does a little bit of a flop, the GI system does a bit of a flop. So our physiological systems will get shifted when we start to shift our capacity, our nervous system capacity, our ability to be in our bodies. And this is why we want to go slowly and see this long term. I know I say that over and over again, but it's the truth. If we do not see this as a long-term enterprise, this healing of our system, of our human condition in general, we run the risk of doing too much too fast. The system freaks out and it shuts down even more, or it fractures, and then we have to clean up the mess. And we don't want to do that anymore. I've seen too many people who have gone too fast, too soon, haven't had the capacity, haven't had the foundations or the education or the support or the safe environment for these things to come out, and then that's not so good. So bottom line, do the work that is for you, get what you need on board, and rather than looking to release, look inside and get really good at being with your entire physiology, your nervous system, your thoughts, your body systems, listening to it, allowing the impulses to come out and through, following those impulses and treating yourself with a heck of a lot of kindness and goodness. It's what we all want, it's what our body desires, and we all deserve it. So just a little note for you today. I know there was a lot of other videos and articles that I suggested in this video. I do recommend you go to the Show More section, which is just below, and choose one or two and work your way through those so you can get a little more intel on this concept. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next time.
See how he's breathing in and out? You can see so that even though it looks a little unpleasant to look at him convulsing like that, in fact, it lets off all that stress, and he then is able to relax and sleep the thing off.